I 28M sent my girlfriend 27F flowers anonymously. I sent my girlfriend a box of flowers anonymously the day after Christmas. Don't really know what prompted me to do this, but I definitely didn't get the reaction I was expecting. For context, I am 28 meters and she's 27F. We've been dating on and off for about 5 years, but we got serious in 2022. Became stable, exclusive, and started talking about moving in together in the near future. 2023 was pretty rough for both of us individually and financially, but our relationship has been fine. Or so I thought. Up until now. Like I said in the beginning, I sent her a box of flowers from J'adore les fleurs, and if you know them, those flowers are not cheap. I did not put a note, nor did I tell her that I was sending the flowers. The day they were delivered, they called and said they would be delivering them to her place in an hour. I took it upon myself to pick up her favorite breakfast and go surprise her with that after the flowers were delivered. First red flag. When I was close to her apartment and started calling her to tell her that I was surprising her with breakfast and would be outside in a few minutes, she did not pick up the phone. She texted me and told me she was on the phone handling something and would call me back. After about 1,015 minutes of waiting, still no call back. I texted her and said that I had picked up breakfast for her and that I was outside and if she could just come down and get me. She read my message and didn't respond for another few minutes before calling me back and saying she was coming down. She did not say anything about the flowers, even though I know they had been delivered and the delivery driver sent a picture of them in front of her door, so I know it was at the right unit. She comes down and greets me with a hug and a kiss, the usual, and we went upstairs. The flowers were nowhere to be seen and she was mad jumpy. She kind of guided me to the couch and was really weird about me getting up and moving around her apartment. She kept asking me if I wanted anything, water or whatever, and said that she would bring it to me. She doesn't usually do this, but that in itself is not so weird. What was weird to me was the fact that she was glued to her phone texting the whole time and she seemed a little upset. I didn't say anything about the flowers. I told her I had just came by to drop off breakfast and that I had to go handle some things and would call her later. I got up and left and she let me leave without a second thought. Few days passed by as normal and I still didn't mention the flowers. Last night on Nye we were at a party together and got a little drunk, and in the middle of a conversation about something completely off topic, she stops mid-sentence and says, "By the way, did you send me flowers the other day?" I said yes. She said they didn't have a note or anything and asked why I didn't tell her. I told her it was on a whim and I had kind of forgot. And instantly our conversation was interrupted by the 30 seconds to midnight countdown. The rest of the night was normal. Today I went to her app again and now the flowers are on her living room table in plain sight. I mentioned that I hadn't seen them last time I was there and she claimed they hadn't been delivered yet. I know for a fact that's a lie. Is she cheating on me? Honestly, I'd be creeped out about the random flowers with no note attached, but knowing that I'm faithful to my man, I would have asked you about them instead of hiding it. Once I received flowers anonymously and I was freaking out for days, because I thought it was my stalker ex who used to stalk me for years after high school. I hate when people do that. I would have been super confused and freaked out if I got anonymous flowers. I've had a couple stalkers in the past and I'd have been very concerned by such a thing. Like, what if there is a camera in them or something? I also wouldn't want my partner to be upset by some weirdo getting my expensive flowers. I would just ask her about why you didn't see them earlier. Then if she keeps lying about the timeline, show her you have a photo of the delivery. Assure her you won't get mad and just want the truth about her thought process. Depending on how that conversation goes, Make your move from there. For all you know, she could have an ex that's been pestering her lately and she might have thought he sent them. It's possible she texted him and was waiting for a response when you showed up and that's why she hid the flowers. Is there any reason why she would think it would upset you if one of her exes was trying to get in touch again? The only way you'll ever know why she didn't say anything is if you sit her down and ask her. You've known her long enough to know if she's lying to your face. Sounds like a stupid game. Did you already have reason to believe she was cheating? She probably was uncomfortable receiving the flowers without a note and didn't want to cause problems by bringing it up to you. As it seems you already suspect her of cheating. She probably did talk to people to see if they knew where the flowers were from. Doesn't necessarily mean she was talking to an affair partner. She could have been texting a friend. Why did you send her flowers anonymously? If they weren't cheap, then why send them anonymously? Why wouldn't you put a note? Or tell her, or just bring them if you were already going to meet her there at the exact same time? They were delivered? Strange. Why have you decided to completely sabotage this relationship? She's working. You read into the fact that she took 20 minutes to call you back after she told you she was in the middle of something while working, and then showed up at her apartment unexpected and were surprised she was busy while she was working, and that you were surprised she let you leave so she could get back to what she was doing before. The flowers didn't have a card and you are clearly a jealous and suspicious person. She probably stuck the flowers in the fridge because for some reason you showed up right after she got unsigned flowers and she hadn't gotten a chance to think through anything like, why would boyfriend send me flowers with no card attached? She may have been texting her mother to ask if she sent her flowers for Christmas. My mom is the person I would check with if I didn't think my boyfriend sent them. Why did you do that? She got flowers with no note. And then within the hour you're surprising her with breakfast. She was probably worried about your reaction to her receiving flowers from someone that didn't appear to be you, and so she hid them until she could figure out who they were from. IDK, why everyone's jumping to a side piece. I receive flowers from my parents, friends, and family members. She could have been checking in with them and then ran out of time with him waiting downstairs. I guess I'm not sure what reaction Op was looking for that would have pleaded him. I have no idea what you were trying to accomplish here. She gets flowers from some random person but it's not you. She's creeped out. Does she tell you or not tell you? She's very confused. You show up. She has no idea what to do because she's still confused and worried what might happen if you see the flowers that she can't explain. I don't get it. Are you the jealous type? Would you have been angry towards her if she had gotten anonymous flowers from another man? Could she have been scared of that? Are you jealous? There are guys who, if they're so said they got flowers and didn't know who sent them, would immediately accuse her of cheating. Dated one of those guys myself. I kind of think you might be. Because why else would you not send a card? Trying to stir up trouble, I'm guessing. You are asking us if she is cheating without even addressing how creepy and manipulative your behavior was. Why are you in a relationship with someone you have to test in this way? It's so manipulative. Getting anonymous flowers can actually be pretty traumatic. I once had a stalker and received anonymous flowers. I freaked out, hid them in my bedroom, and didn't tell my boyfriend. I needed to call the florist and try to find out who they were from before I did or said anything. Turns out, they were from my boyfriend. I was furious that he had sent them anonymously. As a woman, getting random flowers without knowing it's from my man would be scary. Women get stalkers, especially ones who live alone. She was probably jumpy and maybe texting someone to see if she was overreacting to being worried at random flowers, and her mindset was to staying safe instead of hosting you. Anonymous flowers can be creepy, and she probably didn't know what to do. You sent her flowers as a test. She knows you're a jealous dude, so she didn't tell you. Sounds like she was trying to figure out who they were from, and she was scared of your reaction. Are you bored or something?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.